We often hear of the carbon footprint and so forth in environmental terminologies. This is a new one, it's footprint, spelled F-O-O-D. The theme promotes the anti-food waste and food loss campaign that encourages one to reduce their footprint. Whilst the government, or rather the environment, is struggling to provide us with enough resources to sustain its 7 billion people, the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, better known as FAO, estimates that a third of the global food production is either wasted or lost. So the lessons to be learned is that food wastage put pressure and taxes the environment. There is a tendency for us to view the environment as something that is apart from us as humans. We sometimes fail to understand that we are an integral part of that environment. Whatever we do affects our environment. It means, the environment means our surrounding, the land, air, the plants, the animals, the insects and the birds, and other things that surround us. This constitutes our environment. It also includes you and me. We are a part of this environment. Different groups of people working in different areas express environment in various ways. When physical scientists talk about environment, they generally refer to the physical environment. Biologists refer to the biological environment consisting of all living organisms of the biosphere. Similarly, social scientists refer to social, cultural, economic, and organizational environment. Hence, environment may be defined as the sum of all social, cultural, economical, biological, physical, and chemical factors surrounding mankind, and gives it the necessary protection. Some issues that needs highlighting in relation to how the environment is exploited are the burning of fossil fuel for energy. This results in the release of more and more carbonic gases into the atmosphere, thereby depleting the ozone layer, increasing global warming, inviting more disease and disasters through climate change. We have mercilessly littered and polluted our environment. While in the past our waste would decompose naturally, today plastics will last for ages. Trees are being cut at an alarming rate. Leave aside planting new ones. Thus, we are reducing our oxygen bank or carbon sink, like we retirees start to reduce our bank account after retirement. In the same manner, food waste is an enormous drain on natural resources and also a contributor to the negative environmental impacts. This year's theme, Think, Eat and Save, encourages all to become more aware of the environmental impact of food choices made and provides the platform and empowerment to make informed decisions. We all wake up in the morning with plans for the day. Today, I challenge you with the thought of always assessing your daily and hourly plans and think about what the impact of your plans will have on the environment. With this, it would be good to have thoughts on whether a certain activity during the day is necessary and what better alternatives are there to adopt in order to reduce our impact on the environment based on our plans. Be mindful that we are entrusted with this great responsibility of being stewards of our environment. God made us superior over all other species and living organisms and had placed everything in it under our care. However, looking around, we can see that we have not lived up to our responsibilities as caretakers of the environment. The question we should ask ourselves today is, are we caring for the environment as the Creator intended? A key activity that I wish to highlight as a part of this week's celebration is the cleanup campaign that will begin today until the 8th of June. This cleanup is really a start to taking responsibility and being good stewards of our environment. The program has great potential to inspire, encourage, and promote cleaner and more effective environmental governance at the local level. A lot of approaches have been adopted in cleaning up our environment, but we still see the common sight of rubbish being dumped by the roadside, plastics, beverage bottles, tins, and the list goes on. Generally, pollution is evident everywhere, making our surrounding unbelievably dirty, smelly, and unhealthy. We seriously need to change this attitude or culture towards polluting and littering our environment. In the area of public awareness, the ministry is going to focus on our youth and children. These are our future. And we are working with the Ministry of Education to introduce environment into the school curriculum. An approach that my ministry wishes to undertake this year is the Eco Schools Challenge, and holding a series of cleanup campaigns later on in the other divisions of the country. They are for the purpose of getting our young citizens involved and taking responsibility. This does not put aside other efforts and controls that the ministry is working on. We are working on improving our regulatory role and also on enforcement with regards to environmental management in Fiji. But with this, each citizen has an important role to play. Hence, one must not forget that being good citizens means being good stewards. At this juncture, let me tell you that I have been emphasizing within my ministry and to the other organizations that I have visited the importance of working together. It is this togetherness that we wish to pass on in our relationship with NGOs, government ministries, and civil societies, etc., etc. When all communities come together and work together, we can assure a Fiji that enables sustainable development and consequently economic, social, and environmental development. I again remind you all of the challenge that I have put before you today. That is to consider your day-to-day action and consciously work with one that has the least impact on our environment. If you haven't considered taking responsibility for your environment throughout your life, it's never too late to start. Make a start today, otherwise there will be no hope for tomorrow, because our future is shaped by what we decide and do today. I wish to thank all of you for attending this event today. This has given me a positive indication that we are all here for one cause, and that is to promote a clean environment for Fiji. I will end on a note by a famous writer by the name of O.G. Mandino. In one of his inspirational quotes, he stated, and I quote, "Beginning today, treat everyone you meet as if they are going to be gone by midnight. Extend to them all the care, the kindness, and the understanding you can muster." End of quote. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the environment may not be gone by midnight, but the Creator still expects us to extend to it all the care, the kindness, and understanding that it needs to sustain. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our duty to take care of the environment. I say again, it is our duty, each and every one of us, to take care of the environment. It is not a government responsibility, it is everybody's responsibility. With these few words, and I officially launch the Environment Week 2013, and may the program inspire greater environmental integrity for Fiji. May God bless us all.